Well, with the release of Levina now, we almost catch up to the unit release. It's only one unit behind, that's Lemmy, but that's fine because at least it's not as bad as Levina or Nina. Levina is a win DPS, doesn't really do anything special though. I guess it's like the debuff and the 300 SP nuke, but other than that, just a normal win DPS. Has a 4 single target win, a 3 hit AoE win, and also a very strong win attack that hit over 1000 power at max boost. Also costs a lot of SP though, so you can only probably use this only once or twice per battle. And then there's the debuff, which debuff 20% magic defense down and also wind resistance down. Due to how it inflicts both debuff of both status and 20%, it's very easy to just cap out with someone else. Like maybe someone else on your team has like that one random skill to inflict the debuff on the enemy, so you can just kind of just like cap out the enemy debuff with Levina and some other character alone. Doesn't even have to be the main skill. Paralysis is a nice bonus, not guaranteed to inflict paralysis all the time though, but even if you do inflict paralysis, you also have to hope that the paralysis go off. So it's a nice extra bonus. First passive is the first passive kinda sucks, because, well, it is nice for damage up, yes, but Levina does have a dagger skill, except that her base attack is so low, she's not gonna utilize it well, and unlike most of the Scholar, they have like 30% damage up, she only has 20% damage up to win, so it's kinda sad that she doesn't have the full 30%. Second passive requires you to inflict paralysis on the enemy, and the effect isn't very as impactful anyway, because outside of her 300 SP nuke, Levina does not have an SP problem. It's only when you spam that one specific move that she have an SP problem. So if anything, this passive make it so that if the enemy is paralysis, you can maybe at least somewhat spam it twice per battle. And then there's the ultimate, which is just a damaging ultimate, which is never worth it to level 10. It's a nice ultimate for whenever you don't have to boost point to use your skill after, but it's just a damage ultimate. She is good at doing wind damage, but Levina do have one problem though, is that she is good at doing wind damage, but that one standout skill of her, the 1000 potency nuke, again, due to the potency is so high, you're always guaranteed to hit the damage cap. And this is the early era of before Barcelona. If she was released after Barcelona, I feel like she would have some form of damage cap up on the passive, but she doesn't, so she just had no way to increase damage cap. Even using a soul weapon would not be enough due to how high that potency is. So whenever the enemy's in break, it's more preferable for you to use the 4-hit win compared to the 1000 potency nuke. But there is one nice thing about it though, is that due to the potency being so high, you can just pretend that the enemy wasn't even broken in the first place. Currently in EN, she would be the best win DPS in the game, comparable to Sophiax, but Sophiax requires 16 icon consistently to outperform Levina, so she's around that level. In JP, she have not got any buff yet or any 6-star buff yet, so she isn't really good anymore as a win DPS. If you want to use a win DPS in JP, you either use Agnia or Odette with a new Torch Point buff of her, which make her extremely strong now. The closest competition to Levina would be Sophiax. There are other units that can also do wind damage too, but it's not the main focus. Units like Tatlock and Sophia deal a lot of wind hit shield shaving, but doesn't deal as much damage as these two. Due to Levina having a higher magic stat than Sophiax, it does give her an advantage over Sophiax in damage, even though her potency is slightly lower. If Sophiax wanted to outdamage Levina, it would require her to have 16 icon, which then the potency and the number of hit on the AoE rise so much that the potency make up for the magic stat difference, and then she would outperform her then. But it's a bit hard to consistently maintain 16 icon Sophia. So the overall conclusion is that if it's single target, then Levina is better, but if it's AoE, then Sophiax is better because it's still 4 hit even at only 8 icon. So overall, in conclusion, at least Levina is free from a release jail, only one behind us, man. But other than that, it's not really worth it to pull for her. Unit like Santos, Eraga, Lidorena, Hadani EX Signa, there's so many other good units that are soon to come for EN that Levina is really not worth pulling at all.